What's up, black and white sports fans? John Matrix here, and I am back with another video. All right, the NBA is restarting in Orlando, but I think now the NBA has much bigger problems now than continuing the season. A bombshell report has dropped exposing the NBA-China relationship. If you're looking on Fox News, it says NBA training academies in China plagued with human rights abuses, bombshell report claims. And I guess we all kind of knew that this was kind of going on over there in China because this is China. And we know that they have concentration camps. They have all kinds of human rights abuses over there. And the NBA has remained silent on talking about China. Well, it looks like that bubble has now been burst. It says here on Fox News, human rights abuses have taken place at the NBA's training academies in China, a bombshell report alleges. ESPN reported Wednesday that young participants in the NBA program were physically beaten by Chinese instructors and were not provided proper schooling despite Commissioner Adam Silver's previous commitment that education would be central to the program. I'm not surprised by this. You know, the NBA got in bed with a communist regime that abuses and kills its own people. Is anybody really surprised by this? I'm not. But let's continue on here. A former league employee compared the atmosphere when he worked in Xinjiang to World War II Germany. This is also not a surprise. This is not a surprise whatsoever. ESPN reports detailed how the NBA training academies, which were launched in 2016, appeared to be largely under control of the Chinese government, with one coach who worked for the program calling it a sweat camp for athletes. Wow. So the NBA, they can't even control their own training academy. The communists over there in China are running the show. It says here, quote, we were basically working for the Chinese government, one former coach told ESPN. Multiple NBA employees filed complaints to the league about how they witnessed Chinese coaches strike teenage players and the lack of education the young participants were receiving. One former coach told ESPN he watched a Chinese coach, quote, fire a ball into a young player's face at point blank range and then kicked him in the gut. But yet, guys, we watched the NBA players all talk about how bad the USA is. And I remember LeBron James, when he was talking about the Daryl Morey tweet, when Daryl Morey showed his support for Hong Kong, LeBron James said that Daryl Morey was uneducated. Basically, Daryl Morey was an idiot. But you know what? Daryl Morey was 100% spot on. Spot on. So LeBron, Adam Silver, you guys got a lot to answer for right now. There's real abuses going on in your own training facilities over there in China. And apparently you guys have nothing to say about it. Nothing to say about it. Now, I do believe that this facility has now been closed because I believe a few weeks ago, the NBA acknowledged that they had discontinued their relationship with China on this particular one. I could be wrong, could be a different one. I'm not really sure. But Mark Tatum, the NBA deputy commissioner and chief operating officer, told ESPN that the league is reevaluating and considering other opportunities for the program. So this is what I got to say. The NBA, you need to get the hell out of China. China is doing no good. They don't care about human beings. They abuse people. But, you know, the NBA is all about that Chinese money. They want the Chinese to embrace the NBA. So the NBA is basically a puppet of China. And I'm pretty sure that Adam Silver, LeBron, they all knew exactly what was going on over there in China, but yet they remain silent. Absolutely remain silent. Now, LeBron James, he goes on the attack on Drew Brees when Drew Brees says that he'll stand for the national anthem and he won't respect anybody if they're going to take a knee. LeBron went on the offense and basically canceled Drew Brees. But when it comes to China, LeBron James has nothing to say. LeBron is one of the biggest frauds out there in sports, really. This is another reason why I'm not watching the NBA restart. I have no desire to. They're communists. Maybe the NBA really wants to embrace all of this. They let the Chinese run this. Think of that. A country with so many human rights violations, the NBA let the Chinese government run the show. Unbelievable, folks. Absolutely unbelievable. And I hope that the U.S. government can actually get more involved in this and look more into the relationship between China and the NBA, because the NBA seems to be very, very anti-American and they seem to be very, very pro-China. Guys, if you're still watching NBA, I would highly recommend that you rethink this going forward. The NBA is communist, they're socialists. This is the way they want to run their ship. They're not about America. They never have been. Their primary focus is on pleasing their Chinese overlords. And if that means that kids got to be abused, if that means that people got to get killed, so be it. The NBA doesn't care unless they get that Chinese money. I'm glad that this story has now dropped and exposed the NBA for what it truly is. A puppet of China that fully embraces the abuses and the atrocities going on over there in China. But that's just my thoughts on this, guys. What do you think of this? The bombshell report exposing the NBA training academy, kids are being abused, and the NBA has said nothing much about this. So, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.